Alright gang, welcome back to our Vintage Survival series, and it is now April. There's some hail in the forecast, unfortunately. But today is going to be another day full of trying to take care of more of these trees. We do have quite a number of long beam pallets here that have spawned, so that is really good for us. That's going to make us a lot of money. And actually, the wood beams are best to sell, I believe, next month. So that's even better for us. That means a lot of money is going to be coming our way, hopefully. By the time we're ready to sell all these wood beams. So that's good, right? I've knocked down quite a few trees already over in that area. Not all of them, but I knocked down a lot. A number of them are bigger trees, which we probably are going to have to cut down again, like we kind of did in the last episode. But we'll have to wait and see. The chickens need some more food. I do not have any food for them at current. So we're going to have to go buy some from the shop. We will do that here soon. But before we do that, let's continue our progress here of trying to get some more trees into the sawmill. It has already chewed through all of that, so a little unrealistic, but that's alright. Not a big deal, really. This isn't really a series where we're too concerned with that, unfortunately. Right, not unfortunately, we're too concerned with that. Luckily, I guess is how I should have said. I don't know why I said unfortunately. That doesn't even make any sense. Way to go, Z. Way to go, buddy. Alright, there we go. At least it's started back up again now that I put some more wood in there. I'll kind of show you, well, there's a lot of weeds and bushes back here. It's very hard to see. So I think what I'm going to do moving forward is I will 100% do a time-lapse with you pulling the trees out and pulling them to the sell point. But cutting them down, I probably will just do jump cut edits on that based off of everything I already just told you, right? It's just really hard to see. Right here is a prime example. It's even hard to see here. So, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I figured it wasn't going to allow me to do it, but... Let's see here. We'll chop it right there, I think. Not the safest way to cut this tree down, if I'm honest with you, but the game's letting me do it, so we'll go ahead and do it. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. We've got $31,000, which is a lot of money. When we sell this wood, just to give you kind of an idea here, when we sell this wood, it's going to be worth $5,286, and actually, we probably want to sell some of it right now. If we take a look at the sell points here, the average best price in May is $5,286. Right now, it's dropping, and it's $5,393. So probably we should go ahead and sell that today. So we probably will, actually, because we're going to have the same amount, probably, or more, between now and the next episode. So we'll probably sell them. That's going to give us a lot of money. Now, what are we going to do with that money? Well, I've got a lot of ideas. Today, there's really nothing for us to do, unfortunately, besides cut down trees, maybe do a couple contracts, but there's really nothing out there for our contracts right now. So what my goal would be to do is to buy more land with it and or more equipment. Whether that's a second tractor, whether that's a front loader or a wheel loader or something, whatever, forklift, something. We're going to buy some stuff with that money that we make. Ideally, we want to kind of buy those two plots of land over there that kind of connect up with our field way down there, right? I want to buy this one right here to the left of us. We actually can buy this one right now, no problem at all. But yeah, we've got some ideas. We've got some things on the docket here for us to do. It just really depends on how much money we end up getting and what makes the most sense for us at the time. If we buy this plot of land here, I can tell you right now that tree right there is going to be going away. I'm not sure if we'll just extend this field or if we utilize this whole land here for other things. Like, I talked about greenhouses, right? I feel like that would be a pretty good spot for greenhouses too, although, I don't know, maybe where we currently have our field way over there in the distance, maybe that's the best spot for a greenhouse. I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear, I guess. Now, these trees back here are big. I really don't know how I'm going to cut these and actually be able to see what the hell I'm doing. They are really, really deep here in the weeded area. Evidently, I can pull that one out, I guess. Wasn't really expecting that, if I'm honest with you, gang. But it's letting me do it, so we'll take it. I'm not going to complain. I really thought this was going to be the same way as the one we just looked at, right? Speaking of that, I didn't get the rest of it. It's down there in the creek or river, whatever. It's going to be a struggle to get that out, I think. I don't know if our tractor's going to have enough horsepower to get it up the hill that it's kind of got itself into, but I guess we'll figure it out. Otherwise, things are pretty good, man. Things are really good, actually. This series is doing well. It seems like a lot of people are still enjoying this series, which I'm happy about. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun on this series. It's a blast. I like old stuff a lot, especially when it comes to tractors and agricultural equipment. I don't know why, I just do. Prefer that over the new stuff by a lot. I think mostly because the new stuff is very plasticky, and I'm not a big plastic kind of guy. Okay, that's still too heavy, evidently. Oof. It might not let me cut this. Okay, it's letting me do it. All right. But yeah, new stuff is kind of very plasticky, and you know, that's fine, I guess. They're saving money, I get it, but I don't know. Just there's something about equipment that just I like it better. I guess because I kind of like the squarey body styles of the old tractors. I think that's really what it boils down to. So we've got a lot of trees in here to get to, gang. I'm going to try to get as many of these out as I can. Don't normally start with a time-lapse so early in an episode, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Then we're going to sell those wood beams that we have. We're going to make a lot of money off of it. A lot of money. A lot of money. You saw it. It's going to be like $5,000 per pallet. That's insane. That's insanity. So we'll see what we get to, gang. Maybe we'll get lucky enough that we can start considering our move that I talked about. Remember, I said I want to eventually get over in this area because I really liked it. It's going to require us to have more equipment, though, if we're going to be doing stuff in this area because of how large this is, right? 180, we're not going to have anywhere near that for a while, even with selling these wood beams. But some of these other ones are getting a little bit closer, right? But for now, we're probably going to be buying something in the range of this area where we currently are. Smaller fields. You never know, though. I might change my mind. Who knows? But right now, that's kind of where we're at and where we're going. And eventually, when the time comes to move, if we decide to move, there's no guarantee we're going to move. I just thought it was a good idea to move over there. But there's no guarantee. But if we do decide to move, we can always sell some of these fields back to help fund that if we need to, right? Don't really want to, but if you know, there's some tiny fields that don't really make a whole lot of sense for us to keep anymore once we start getting larger stuff, then we certainly will sell those for the benefit of the series, right? Just depends. This one's going to be a struggle, I feel like. Come on. Come on. It's probably going to be better just to put this into a time-lapse because of how slow it's going here, gang. So let's do that. Let's try to get the rest of these trees over here if we can. Come on, man. Come on. Let's try to get the rest of these trees over here, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, we've got them all stacked up. Not well, but they're stacked up there nonetheless. We will be probably buying some kind of a forklift skid steer or something like that with the money that we make from this. Quite a lot, 14,000 wood beams here. Now, I would make a tiny bit more if we go to the normal sell point we always go to. I'm changing that up. We're going to go to the construction site. Now, I don't know if this construction site actually builds anything or not. Will we actually build it? Well, I guess I shouldn't say probably not, but more than likely, I would say no. But I still want to change it up and go somewhere different, so I don't know exactly what this is going to do for us. Looks like we're just going to be building some kind of a house, I guess? I don't know. Either way, we're still making a hell of a lot of money. Look at that, $72,000. Woo! I love that, man. I love that. Whew. I guess they're building maybe that back there. No, I don't know. There's a tree in the middle of that. I don't know what they're building. I mean, I guess it has to be the house. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we sort of there because it's much closer as well than having to drive it as far as we did, right? So, all in all, that was a smart thing, I think, for us. Now, as far as what we're going to do with this money, well, I already talked about, you know, a lot of things we're going to do. We're going to buy some land with it, for sure. I didn't tell you what land we're going to buy yet, but we'll kind of talk through that here in a bit. Other than saying, you know, the land that's, you know, immediately adjacent to us, I said we would definitely be buying that stuff. Will we buy it all today? No, I don't see any way that we could actually do so. But probably between now and the next episode, yeah, 100%, because we're going to have a lot more of those wood beams that are going to spawn, probably a similar amount as last time, right? The other thing we're going to buy, I'm going to show it to you here in just a second as soon as I turn around and park this. I'm pretty excited about it. It's something I've wanted to use for a very, very long time. It just didn't make sense in a lot of the things. I'm going to do a quick save just in case something crashes since we just made so much money. But it's something I wanted to use, I guess, for a while. I mean, it's been out there for a while. Nothing really in the used market for us. So what we're going to buy is... It's a skid steer. It's this Massey Ferguson 711. I love this thing. I really do. So I'm very excited about it. There's a bunch of different tire options. There's no Michelin. You know I'm a Michelin guy at heart. So we kind of have to decide what we're going to do here. I mean, the Trelleborgs are massive. You know I like big chunky tires. Those are a little bit higher, but those look more chunky to me. You could do tracks, evidently. You can even get those tires to be bigger, but I don't know. These just look better to me. These look like flotations. We can put a sunshade on, Forestry, which, I mean, maybe I should put that on. Or we can do it without anything. I think I'm going to do that. It's a little untraditional. I think I'm going to go with that. Color. You know, I'm not really a big yellow guy, but I guess I'll just go with the basic, unless it doesn't charge us anything to change the color, so maybe we do something different. Gin's green. Oh, it does charge us. Okay, so not everything. It doesn't charge us for everything. It just charges us for certain ones, evidently. Which is kind of weird. I don't know why the Gin's green charges us, but none of the other ones do. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, none of these other ones are actually changing the color. Weird. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess we'll just stick with the same colors then. I'm not gonna waste money on that. So we'll buy this. It's $26,000. Not cheap, right? So it's gonna take a lot of our money up. But now we should be able to utilize a fork, and it actually has its own stuff. So we're gonna do that too. We're just gonna utilize what it has. Rear weight, huh? Does it have the option to put a rear weight on it? I'm surprised it does. It does. Okay, so I can hook stuff to the back of this. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just stick with what we're doing here. We'll just stick with the same colors here. Why not? I want to buy the rear weight for it too because I feel like it's going to be needed. We're going to be asking it to lift up pretty heavy stuff here. All right, so that leaves us with 74,474. It does have the option for us to do other stuff, but again, you know, some of this stuff is too new, right? But if we need a bucket later on, or if we need a bale spear, then, I mean, we've got that, which we might want. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, why are you doing that? Z, you already have a pallet fork over there. You're right, I do. I'm going to be selling that. We're not going to sell it right now, but I'm going to be selling that. We don't really need that anymore. This is going to help us tremendously with all the bales, too. This is going to be our workhorse for bales, and, well, as a matter of fact, it's going to be our workhorse for everything, really. Can I not expand these out any further? I guess not. It's not letting me. It's making the noise like it's doing it, but nothing is changing as far as the forks go. So I guess that's the best we can do. It's unfortunate. I really thought I'd be able to maneuver that around, but I guess not. This thing is sweet, though. Look at this thing, man. This thing's awesome. I love it. I love it. Oops. Drive right over the weight. Good job, Z. Alright, put the beacon on. It's actually a lot faster than I expected it to be. I was expecting to go about 6-7 miles per hour. We're going 11, so that's not bad. This thing is awesome, man. Love this thing. So this is going to be great, right? This is going to be really good for pallets and everything else. So now we don't have to necessarily do it by hand. We can actually pick them up how we're supposed to. So this is going to be good, man. This is going to be really good. Now, I don't know how high up this thing will let me go. Actually, much higher than I thought. Probably about as high as they're going to be able to get and put something on the trailer. It's probably about there. But man, that lets you go up pretty daggone high, man. That's awesome. Love this thing. Awesome. All right, we'll get it back to the yard, and then we'll talk about what kind of fields we are going to purchase. All right, we are heading. Well, we're back here actually. I almost forgot about the chicken feed, so I turned around real quick and picked that up. That's why the time probably looked a little bit longer than what you would have expected it to take. But we did get the chicken feed, so that's good. So we'll be able to get the chickens back producing again for us. We'll go ahead and dump those. I did have a really hard time trying to get the bag picked up. It was not really working very well with the forks. It would not allow me to go into kind of the hook there, the loop there. It wasn't really allowing me to get through there. I don't know if it's because I accidentally, well, I say accidentally, because I bought a liftable bag or not, but yeah, it was giving me a hell of a time. So because of that, having to buy the chicken feed, we are at $73,103 still. That is a lot of money. Now, what are we going to do with that money, right? We've talked a lot about buying more land. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to buy some more land. And matter of fact, we're probably going to buy this plot of land here and this plot of land here. That will still leave us with a good chunk of change by buying both of those plots. I'm just going to go ahead and do it right now. But that's a good thing, right? We have a lot of equipment right now. Tons and tons and tons of equipment. More equipment than we really have space to store. So we need to put a new shed down pretty badly. And that's what we're going to do over here. It almost looks like there was a shed here at some point. Full transparency, there was. I removed it at the start of the series. Anyway, it almost looks like there was a shed here at some point, and we're going to utilize part of this land for extending our yard. I had thought about maybe doing greenhouses here, but I think the greenhouses are going to be, well, really, unless we put the small ones in, it's going to be too big for this area. But for a yard extension, this seems like a perfect spot. We can kind of run down this edge if we want some sheds, and maybe we still put a greenhouse over here, or maybe we put something else over here. Whatever it ends up being, we've got a little bit of room to kind of play with over here. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to go ahead and chop this tree down right now. I suspect I should be able to pick this tree up by hand. The problem we're going to have here is we don't have any way to get rid of this stump, right? So some of this money that we make over the next couple of days here, I say next couple of days, next couple of episodes is what I really meant to say. We're going to have to probably fit to buy a stump grinder, right? We're going to have to. And we've talked about that a number of times. I'm not really going to get into it majorly here, but just in case you happen to stumble across this, the series itself is based off of equipment from 1999 or older. We are almost guaranteeing that there is not going to be a stump grinder from 1999 or older that's out on ModHub. Nobody's going to make one. Why would you, right? So we're going to kind of slightly bend the rules when it comes to stump grinding and anything else for that matter that doesn't have anything out currently for us to use. Now, if something does come out, we are going to have to shift gears a little bit there, and we would have to then sell what we have and go and purchase and utilize whatever it is from that 90s or that older or whatever it ends up being, whatever's within the range of what this series is supposed to be about. We will have to go and do that then at that point. So smooth this area out a little bit over here. I don't think that stump's really going to bother us too much right now. Eventually, we're definitely going to want to get rid of it, but for the time being, I don't think it's really going to harm us. So now the problem becomes, what shed are we going to put down here? And really, the shed is another issue, right? We really don't want to put down something that looks way too new. Example, like this, that is not from, you can clearly tell that is a newer type of shed. That is not from the 90s or even earlier than that. It's just not. It's simply not. Now, sheds are going to be a little bit more difficult to play by, but, if you find something that's relatively close, like I feel like this could, even though it looks new, it could be something that you would see in the 90s, stuff like that, right? We're just going to have to kind of play it by ear, and trying to kind of keep it as close as we can to the time period. So let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? We only have $27,000, so we don't have a ton of money. I'm tempted to utilize these. I really like these. I use these in our Triple Threat Challenge series, but I really do. I really do like these. The problem with this one is it's kind of facing the wrong way. I wish I could turn it and have that the door right here on this side. I wish I could turn it and have the door over here on this side, because I would like to have the big door right here where there's already kind of tracks coming into here, right? But that's not really going to work for us. I guess I could do it this way, but you know, I don't really necessarily think I want to do it that way, because for the time being, we're not going to be able to put down more than one shed, so we might as well drill something in this field since we have it. So yeah, that's probably not going to really work for us. I guess I could go with this one. Maybe even this one. And then we've got this guy too that we could go with, which could work relatively well. It's quite a large one, but yeah, this could work. This could work. Land not owned by us, though. That's probably part of the problem here. Overlapping with another object. I'm not sure what it's overlapping with. Probably the stump, I would think. I don't know. So we're going to have to play around a little bit, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So let me do that. Let me do a little research here. Let me do a little looking around in this area and see what I can find. And I'll be back with you shortly. Alright, so this is the shed I decided to go with here, gang. It was about 10 grand, something like that. We're going to have to take care of all this stuff around it, but that's fine. We will. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Really, it's not. But it's pretty nice, man. I like this. I like this shed a lot. I think it looks good. That's a little weird right there. I don't know why that is like that, but okay, anyway. But it's still a pretty nice shed for the most part. Open air, obviously, in the front here. But I like it. I like the way it looks. I think it's going to work out really well with what I'm trying to kind of envision here for this area. So let's find my my gravel here that I like. Did I already miss it? No, this is it, I think. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. We're just going to kind of run this right up here to the edge here. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background or not, but somebody's mowing and it's pretty loud, so I apologize if you are hearing that. That's real life, not in the game, I should say. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We got to get rid of that stump there, but you know, it's not that intrusive, really. I just kind of went over top of it, no problem, right? So what I probably will end up doing is whenever we do drill this field, I'll expand it just slightly, kind of up to the edge of wherever we decide to stop the gravel here. You know, something like that, maybe a little bit more. Just give ourselves a little bit more room, a little bit more space, if you will, right? Yeah, I'm happy with that. I want to make all of this in here the same gravel, just because I like it. Okay, that's good for now. I might eventually fill this in with the same kind of gravel, but for the time being, there's nothing there, so I think we can leave that as grass. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's good. I'm really not sure why it's like that, but whatever. I'm not going to complain anymore. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in there. I don't know. Looking at this, it might fit the drill. I don't know, though. If it fits it, it's going to be on one of the ends. It's not going to be in the middle. The drill is something that definitely needs to go in there. The baler needs to go in there. Really, we need that header to go in there, too. Possibly we just put the baler in here, move the harvester over there. That might be what we end up doing. There's all kinds of traffic all of a sudden. Wonderful. Oh, great. Look who it is. Byron the Terrible. There he is. Squeezed on past him, though. We're okay. All right, let's see if we can fit this in here. I don't know if it'll fit or not. I think it will. I think it's like going to be snug, but it will fit. Oh, yeah, look at that. Maybe like a glove. Like a glove. Perfect. That is exactly what we needed. That thing has been sitting out for too long and needed to have some cover somewhere. Good, good, good. Okay, so the next thing really is, can the harvester fit in there? I know there's the one headers back here. We'll leave it there for the time being. I'm not going to spend the effort moving that around right now. I can move that next time it's, you know, time for us to harvest. But if this can fit in there, I mean, I'm going to be really happy. I don't know if it will. I'm kind of leaning towards it probably won't. Actually, it actually looks like it's going to be okay. Oh, man, this is perfect. Look at this. This is great. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's slightly sticking out. Oh, I'm sorry. Did not mean that angle. But that is perfect, man. That means we can now put the baler into there. Everything is good, man. Everything's good. I'm very happy. Now, we didn't really do a whole lot of farming specifically today. We did some forestry work, but we didn't do any farming today. Before we kind of close out this episode, I want to see if there's anything out there from a contract perspective for us to do that has a little bit to do with some farming here. That's what I would like. I'm not sure there's going to be anything out there. There wasn't earlier when I checked, but we will take a look. Let's see, we've got some bale wrapping, cannot do that. Deadwood we could do. Fertilizing we absolutely can do. That's a very small field. It's not going to make us hardly anything. Hoeing, there's a weeding contract. That's a large one. And a wood transport contract. Really, the only thing we can really do is the fertilizing contract. It's not a ton of money. It'll take us a few seconds to do it. So we're going to go ahead and do it, just because why not? Now, more than likely what I'm going to do... Actually, here, I'm just going to do it right now. I'm going to put the skid steer in that middle slot there. That middle slot's much smaller, so we're going to slide that right into there. I think it's going to be a perfect spot for this. May not end up being there in the end. May end up going over into this one, but for the time being, right now... It'll be perfectly fine being placed right over here, so that's what we're going to do. That's perfect, man. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Very, very happy. All right, let's head on over to the contract here. Let's take care of it. 41 should just be kind of up the street there. Yeah. I don't really know how to get to that one. But once we get a little bit closer, we'll take a look at the map again. So let's get there. Let's get it done. It won't take but a few seconds. Get ourselves 500 bucks back. Be happy with that. That didn't take us any time at all. These are some very small fields here. I feel like we could potentially buy these fields and make ourselves a little bit of money here. We might end up buying these. I mean, these can't be very expensive. That's spinach. We're not buying that one. But this one, I mean, it's got 100% fertilizer. Yield bonus is 87%. It does have some weeds in there that we need to take care of, but I can't imagine that one is very expensive. 11 grand. Is it worth it, though, when it's so far away from where we are? Might be more beneficial just to do something here. What did they put into this one? Because we have enough to buy it now. Wheat. It has a weed in it, so we need to get rid of that weed. But this would allow us to do the little combination that I was talking about last time. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do it this time because it's two different crops, but... Oh, well, we couldn't do it anyway because they're both growing, right? But... yeah. Let's buy that one, too. Yeah. Okay, we own that one, too. So we need to spray that field. We'll spray that field. That way we get two things we did today with some actual farming to it besides just forestry work. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of money now because of all that, but that's okay. We've got more fields. We purchased 3 new fields today. which is fantastic, and then a new skid steer, which is something that we desperately needed. We really did, so I can actually utilize it to help move stuff around. Very happy. Let's get back. Let's grab the sprayer. We'll get that sprayed. It'll be done. All right, let's get this thing sprayed up. Man, we made a lot of money today and spent every single dime of it. Oh, boy. That's okay. It was worth it. We got a lot of fields out of this. We've got that grass field over there, which we can mow and bale up at some point, too, and then eventually turn that into a regular crop field, because that's really what I want to do with that. I don't really specifically, I don't think in this series want to do a whole lot of grass and bale work unless we're doing it for an animal perspective. I don't think I really want to approach that. We're doing that quite a lot already. Well, we were doing it quite a lot already in our one-tile challenge. So, unless I absolutely have to, I think I'm going to kind of try to limit myself there from doing a whole lot of grass work, unless, of course, it's a contract, and that's one of the only things we can do. That's the reason why we have the mower to begin with, right? But at least one time we're going to have to mow it, because we're just going to waste money then. We're just going to leave money on the table if we don't mow it and bale it up. Might try to potentially incorporate, at least for a brief period, maybe the silage pole as well, that we utilize in the one-tile challenge, just because that is old school. That's an old school way of doing it, right? So it fits in with the theme here. So we might do that just to make ourselves a little bit of money when we do mow those fields that we buy that are grass fields. And obviously turn them into bales, right? But other than that, probably we're going to limit myself in this series a little bit. I know we're pretty far along to say that now, but I feel like I might have said that to begin with. I don't know. Either way, that's kind of what I want to do. All right. We are done, gang, and we are done with the episode. A very productive episode. We made a ton of money. We're going to make a ton more money next month, and we're going to have a lot more of those wood beams to sell. They are best to sell, technically, as you saw, next month, but the price was really good today, so we sold some, well, we sold everything we had today. Man, very productive. We purchased 3 fields, one of which we started to convert into an extension of our yard, which was much needed. The other one we haven't done anything with, and then the one we just recently purchased here at the end of the episode, we're going to make a decent little profit back on that one because it's got a nice yielding crop in it, so that'll be good. That'll be real good. But we're going to leave the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would greatly appreciate a smashing and liking the video, smashing the subscribe button and liking the video. Both those things free. Help me out more than you can possibly imagine, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, as always, let me know down below. I'm happy to get back to you on those or anything for that matter. Link to become a member if you want to become a member and get early access to videos like this one and a members only series among other perks. It's down below. Discord's down there. Everything, as always, as I mentioned, it's all down below for you. If you need anything at all, it's down there. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your continued support. Thanks so much to my 11 members now. Insane. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.